Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm back again with another tutorial on how to sew an autogele perfectly. If you still have issues making a perfect autogele, then you need to watch this video from the beginning to the end. Please subscribe to my channel, tap the bell button so you get notified when next I post a video. Now I'm going to start by cutting out the layers I'm going to use to make my autogele frame. So I'm going to cut the first one, which I'm going to use to tie my gele. Okay, I just trim off that. So I'm going to measure out about 48 inches long, between 45 inches to 48 inches. Fine. So I'm going to cut that out. So I'm going to fold in the edges like that, and I will sew both edges, and I keep that aside. The next measurement I'll be cutting out is 20 inches. The next one is 22 inches. I added 2 inches. Next is 24 inches. The next one is 26 inches. You will notice I kept on adding 2 inches. Now the very next one is 28 inches. The next is 30 inches. The next one is 32 inches. And the very last one is 34 inches long. So altogether I have 9 layers cut out. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the one for the tying, so we're going to fold in the edges like this and sew. Now what I'm doing now is to fold it in two and get the midpoint, then I notch. And I bring the next one, which is the one of 20 inches. I fold it into two as well to get the midpoint, and I notch on both sides. So I place them together like that, middle to middle, then I sew. I pick the one of 24 inches, I repeat the same procedure. I place them on each other like that, middle to middle, and I sew. So I'm going to repeat the same procedure on the other layers. So this is the very last layer. I'm only going to notch on one side because that is the part that will be visible. Now let me show you the sewing process. This is the one for the tying, and I fold in the edges and I sew like that, the two edges. Now I'm going to join the layers. I've sewn the edges already. I'm going to join the layers. Remember the parts that I notched earlier. So I'm going to place the second one on it, middle to middle, then I sew it down like that. I turn it to the other side and I sew it down like that. I'm going to join other layers off camera using the same procedure. I've joined all my layers which I am going to use for the frame. So I'm going to start pleating the frame now, starting from the longest hand. That's the one for the tying. I'm on Instagram and Facebook at Dolly B Fashion and Crafts. Please join my Facebook group at Dolly B Fashion and Crafts and follow me on Instagram. My Facebook business page is Dolly B Creations. Please like my page. As you can see, I've started pleating. I started from the middle. So you can either pleat halfway and you can pleat halfway, tack, continue your pleating, you tack like that till you finish up, or you pleat all the way down if you can before you tack. So as you pleat, you make sure that it is well aligned. Here I'm just going to pleat halfway, tack before I continue pleating. Just watch what I'm doing, guys. Now with my needle and thread, I'm going to tack what I have pleated. I'm going to use my needle and thread to hold that part down. Like I mentioned earlier, if you can pleat all the way down before you tack, it's fine. You can pleat halfway, tack, pleat again, and continue like that. It depends on what is more convenient for you. I put my needle through my pleat and I take it back like that. I just keep pleating and I tack. I arrange it towards the side and I tack just like that. Just watch what I'm doing. Just make sure that the pleats are well arranged. Okay friends, I come to the side and I start arranging. The middle part has already given me a guideline, so I start arranging like that. After arranging or pleating the sides like that, I make sure it's kind of curvy and I tack with my needle and thread. Please make sure that it's curvy at the sides. It's very important. So I'm going to finish up pleating my frame. It is very easy, as you can see. Please follow me on Instagram at Dolly Fashion and Craft. We have a Facebook group too at Dolly Fashion and Craft, where we share ideas among ourselves. And my Facebook business page is Dolly Creations. Please like my page. Now let me show you how to do the finishing. That's at the sides. So I'm just going to finish up like this. Just pleat it up. Make that side free. Look at the way I'm doing it. Make it free. Then I'm going to tack. I'm just going to tack it like that. Can you see? It has to be curvy. I make sure that the thread doesn't show on the last layer of my pleated frame. So I just take the needle through the hole, the very hole beside the first one where the thread came out from. Also make sure you don't pull the thread too much. Make it free a little. So I just trimmed off the excess thread, the thread I pulled out while working, and just a little part of the frame. And I cut out a little piece of autogele, which is about 5 inches long. I'm going to use that to cover the edges of my frame. As you can see, I use the small piece to cover the edges of my frame like that. Like that, you arrange it properly. Then you use the needle and thread. As you can see, it's arranged properly. Just use the needle and thread to secure it neatly. I repeat the same procedure on the other side of my frame. And that is it, guys. Now my frame is ready with the front and the back neatly pleated, and you can see that it's kind of loose, not tightly sewn together. I mean the pleat. Now I want to attach it to my base. I have a V-shaped base. Please watch my video on how to make a V-shaped autogele base. Now I want to attach it to my base, and I pleat on it like that. From the middle, I'm going to cross the side over to the hair. And I pick the very first pleat. That's where I started my pleat, from the very first one, and I'm going to tack it down to my base just as I am doing. I'm starting from the middle. I'm going to sew it like that to the left and to my right hand side. Please make sure your sewing is neat. As you can see, I'm going to pass the needle through the next hole beside the thread under, so that that part doesn't really show, but I can make the thread in between the pleats wider. As you can see, I bring the frame towards the velcro tip on both sides. So friends, I'm just going to tack my frame to my base like that all through, and that is all about making a well pleated and curvy autogele. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join our Facebook group at Dolibi Fashion and Craft. Follow me on Instagram at Dolibi Fashion and Craft. I remain my humble self. My name is Dolapo. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.